So now I'll discuss again. So first I will just search on Google, like I want to find out the debit card informations, but still if I just search with normal query like debit card and some random numbers, but still I'm not able to get the debit card, then I'm just going to use Google Docs here. So with the help of Google Docs, you can see we have file type, then text, right? And then I'm just writing CV there. And then I just write 2020 there because I want expiry date as 2020. And then you can see we have lots of credit card and debit card information there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like this one, we are going to use Google Docs here, but we are not going to use like finding some CV and debit card. We are going to use for our information gathering purpose. So let's try to check out how can we find out lots of things regarding Google with Google Docs. So let's try to check out. I want to find out some information from Google regarding some website. So let's try to check out if you want to find out some information from Google. So I want to find out actually website from India, and that one completely related to Indian college website. So how can we find out? So if you want to specify the limit on Google, then we are going to use here site operator. With the help of site operator, we can specify the limit. So let's try to check out. I want to find out exactly site, and then I want to find out some PK website. So if you want to find out some PK website, then you can just easily search site PK, and now you will get all website from Pakistan, right? You can see we are getting homeshopping.pk, jobalert.pk, right? Parkshows.pk. So we are getting all websites from Pakistan, right? If you want to just modify it and you want only education website from Pakistan, then you can directly edu.pk, and you can see we have again some websites from Pakistan, right? But this time we have edu.pk. It means we can specify the limit on Google, and then we can specify the limit on Google, and we can search according to our specific result, right? So now let's suppose I want to find out exactly result from allinonecyberteam.com. So definitely we can actually use www.allinonecyberteam.com. Let's hit enter, and you can see this time we are only getting one result there, cash free PG test form, and we are getting this one. So let's ignore it and try to check out all in one. And now you can see we have lots of informations, but let's try to check out all in one plus cyber team. And now you can see we have only all in one cyber team regarding informations. So there are lots of things we can do with this one. Same things. You want to find out Indian website, then definitely have to go with IN. So you have to use country extensions. You can directly specify that. If you want to find out only government website, you want to test on government website, then definitely you can test that government website also. Like now you will get Indian government website. Now you can just search on bugs there, and then you can directly report on. If you want to find out bugs on government website, then where you have to report it? So NCIPC there, okay. So actually this is the website where you can report Indian government website bugs, okay. You can find directly download it. So I will just tell you like how you have to report it, because for other purpose, other website purpose, we have different platforms like HackerOne is there, Bugcloud is there, Cynic is there. So lots of platform for other bug bounty website, but for government website we have only this one. If you want to report on Indian government website, then definitely you have to just find the bugs on Indian government's websites, and then you can directly report it on this one. So first you have to download the form from here. You can just download it, and then you can just fill it with the Internet Explorer. So you can just use your name, email address, and other kind of information. Then you can directly submit it on this Gmail, okay. Sorry, this email. So we'll discuss later like how can we report it, how can we generate report first, then after creating report how can we submit it, okay. So but with the help of Google Doc, you can easily select your target. You can just find out lots of website regarding government or any kind of stuff. If you want to find out actually any company website, then definitely you can easily find out that company website also. Let's try to check out. Now let's try to find out domains or subdomains from this one. So I will just go with star, then all-in-one cyber team, whether we all-in-one cyber team.com. So you can see AIOC summer.allinonecyberteam.com is there, right? Again we have this one. Let's try to check out any, and you can see digital marketing is there, right? So we have two subdomains here. Like this one, we can find out some different things like Sony.com and Dell.com or Flipkart.com. So let's try to check out with Sony.com. And now you can see we have Sony.com. So let's see world.sony.com, pro.sony.com. So like this one, we can use the Google Docs and we can specify the limit. And with the help of Google Docs, we can find out lots of informations. Okay. Hello.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Now let's try to check out some different Google operators here. So that next one is Insight. So Insight and Intext, we are going to use Insight and Intext. So Insight and Intext both are same. Like if you want to find out exactly some things, or if you want to find out similar website which are using same content, so we can directly find out. Let's suppose I want to find out in text. So in text I want to find out like some website they are using recharge portal. I want to find out recharge portal website in India. So let's try to check out, and you can see we are getting all recharge portal like mobile recharge portal in India, then multi recharge portal, recharge portal. It means you can easily find out actually some website with they are providing recharge. So definitely we can easily find out like they are providing some Paytm kind of services. So definitely we can easily find out with the help of this one, and then we can directly, if you want to specify the limit here, then definitely you can use multiple Google Docs at the same time. So I want to only find out only Indian website. Let's try to check out, and this time you will get all Indian website there. So like this one, you can find out your target with the help of this Google Docs, and then you can easily try to find out bugs on them, right? So let's try to check out some different things here like in URL. So that one is very important for us because with the help of this one, we are going to check out like how can we use it the Google Docs here. So let's suppose I want to find out some website. Okay, let's when you write in URL here, let's see in URL here, and you can see we are getting view index.html. So why we are getting, with the help of this one, you will get some IP camera. So that one is not important for us, but we are going to use some different purpose. Like if you want, let's try to check out. I want to find out actually some random numbers like PHP question mark ID something, or I want to find out some website their URL contain PHP question mark ID equal to something. So you can see this time we'll get all website they have their URL containing same data like PHP question mark ID, again PHP question mark ID is there, right? So like this one, let's try to check out one more time. So it means if you have some specific, like if you know there is some software, or you know there is some specific CMS, and you find out some vulnerability on that specific CMS, then you can just specify like I want to find out only site is WordPress, or you can see inside in text I want to check out powered by WordPress only. This time I want to check out only WordPress. Any WordPress website have such type of things or not? PHP question mark ID is equal to something is or not? So we can easily find out with the help of this one. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely we are going to use it on future. Now I just give you introduction part like how can we use it, how can we find out. But still I think if you know about some bug like SQL injection access attack, then definitely we can try to hunt them, but still we are not going to use them because we have not idea, because according to them we are going to learn it, then we are going to practice it on Google's on our labs. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see. I will just send the labs material on your G drive. Okay, I will upload on G drive and I will just give you access on them, so you can easily install your labs on your system. I will just give you like I will just show you from my side like how you have to install the labs, and then you can directly create your lab, and then we are going to start from next day like how can we just do hunt the bugs on our websites and try that things. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let's try to check out after Google we have Sodan. So what is the actually usage of Sodan? So definitely Sodan have also great information. So for Sodan there are two types of account. If you have student email ID, then you can directly get the pro features there, but if you have normal email ID, then we are not getting pro features, but still we have lots of features on normal email ID. Okay, so that's you have options. Like if you have student email ID, then definitely you have to go with pro editions, otherwise you will get some normal editions. So let's try to check out Sodan here. Okay, have you tried Sodan first?
Once.
Yeah, have
but
you?
not in that way.
Okay, so let's try to check out. We are going to discuss about like what is actually usage of Sodan. So Sodan is the search engine with the help of that one, we can easily find out the vulnerable programs. We can easily find out the lots of app, like you know about some targets. Okay, you have find out some 0-day vulnerabilities, or you have find out some specific vulnerabilities, and you want to try to find out lots of target according to that vulnerability. Then you can easily find out the targets with the help of Sodans. Okay, so today we'll discuss about like how can we find out actually targets. So first you have to create account here. So that's your choice. If you have a student email ID, then you can easily create the account according to the student email ID. But if you have not a student email ID, then you can use your personal Gmail. Otherwise, we can use temporary Gmail address here. So let's try to check out. I want go with temporary email address here. So 10-minute mail is there. Okay, I have already account, so I can use this one. Okay, you can create account. Let's create new one. Okay. So we have to just verify it. So let's try to check out Arya1234 here. After creating this account, you have to just log in here. Okay. So now you can see we have the Sodan here, right? So with the help of
Okay.
Sodan, how can we do the things? How can we enumerate the things? Why the Sodan is very important for hackers or for bug bounty hunters? So let's try to check out which type of things we can do perform with the Sodan. So with the help of Sodan, we can do lots of things. Without doing Nmap scan, we can find out the exactly port, how many ports are open there, which type of services are running there, whether any kind of vulnerability is there or not. So we can find out lots of things with the help of Sodan. So let's try to check out actually the usage of Sodans. So we are going to use here Sodan. So let's try to check out, find any website. So let's suppose I have one website, site pk, and suppose this one is homeshopping.pk, right? So I want to find out exactly the homeshopping.pk. So let's try to find out the information regarding this website, whether any information is available or not. And you can see we have the information regarding this one homeshopping.pk, and that one is HTTPS services, and we are getting some Cloudflare is there. Okay. So that company is, let's try to check out first IP address of this one. So for finding out IP address, we are going to check out ping and then the website name 104.1.6 and 1.1.10. Okay. So let's try to check out with this. Yeah, 104.16. 110.74, and then let's try to check out this one. Yeah, now you can see with the help of this one, we can easily find out the exactly how many ports are open there. So same things we can perform with Nmap, but Nmap will take lots of time, right? So you can
Yes.
easily find out that actually the things are port 8080, sorry, port 80 is there, port 443 is there, 2082 is there, 2083 is there, 2086, 87, then 88 is there, 8443 and 8880 is there, right? And then we can find out the country is there, United States, and then they are using Cloudflare. So definitely if you are going to try to attack on DDoS and such type of things, definitely we have to find out the first the real IP of that one, and then we have to start the attacks on according to that one. So let's try to check out. Now you can see the services. So we are getting 301. It means that pages we are getting their redirection, right? So just ignore it, and then you can find out. So we are getting HTTP headers information here, and again we are getting HTTP header information here. So we are getting SSL certificate here. So just ignore this one. We are going to enumerate the letter 2082 TCP as HTTP. Okay. So we are getting all the ports related to HTTP, and then we are getting some HTTP headers there, right?
Yes.
Let's try to check out. I want to find out some different things. Like I want to find out Windows 7 target. Like let's suppose we have, you know about Eternal Blue?
Yes, but
Yeah.
yeah,
So let's try to
yeah.
check out. We know about Eternal Blue, and we are going to try to check out Eternal Blue on WAN network. Then definitely first you have to find out the target, right? So how can we
Okay.
find out the target? So we know the target of Eternal Blue is Windows 7. So let's try to check out. I want to search about Windows 7, or let's try to check out Windows 7 or Windows 8. Anything? Yeah. And you can see this time we are getting lots of Windows 7 users here. 39,273 users are using Windows 7, and then we are also getting some RDP there. You can see we have RDP, right? So
Mm-hmm.
with the help of this one, now if you want to sort it like United States, so if you want to sort it like I want to only access the targets from United States, then you can just select here, and now you will get all the targets from US. So let's see. Now we have 8,729, and then you can get the IP address. Now if you want to check out on this one, then definitely you can test it. Like let's try to check out. I want to test it on this one. Control C, and let's try to check out. We know there RDP is there, right? So RDP is there, and you can see we are getting the RDP there. So with the help of this one, we can easily find out the username. Username is philo. So let's try to check out philo, and let's try to check out 1234 random number. Okay, so the password is wrong. So here we can use some brute force script. With the help of that script, we can easily bypass the password. Otherwise, we can directly use Eternal Blue for getting the reverse correction. Then we can easily check out the password with the help of Metasploit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like this one, with the help of Sodan, you can get your target if you know the vulnerability exactly. So with the help of that same vulnerability, we can find out our targets. Okay, so that's why the Sodan is very important for hackers.
Okay.
Okay, now let's try to check out. We are going to discuss about some random numbers. Okay, first we are going to discuss about these topics, then we are going to discuss about some other things. Then we have some virus total. So why the virus total is important? So with the help of virus total, we can easily find out subdomains. Okay, so let's try to check out search on virus total. Yeah. So with the help of this one, we can scan the website, or we can scan the files also, whether that one is secure or not. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so let's try to check out. I will just search Sony.com here, or Flipkart.com here. Let's try to search Sony.com here. Yeah, we are getting link and community. Let's try to check out. We are getting community here, but still we are not getting any relation वगैरह. So let's try to check out. We are getting search. Okay, let's see. Sony.com is there, right? Let's try to check out. This time we'll get some relation there. Yeah, relation is there. So now you can see we are getting some IP address there. So passive DNS informations, we are getting some IP address there, and then we have lots of subdomains. So just click on this one, and then you will get subdomains from here. So basically, we are going to use virus total for getting subdomains. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the subdomains, then we have the IP address, and you can see we have the all these IP address are from different users, right? So
Okay. Yeah.
definitely we are going to check out one by one. We are going to check out this IP address on Sodan. If you want to check out the same IP address, let's try to check out on Sodan whether we have any information regarding this one or not. So let's see Sodan.io. So like this one, we have to enumerate one by one all the subdomains here. Okay, let's try to check out whether any good information is available or for this one or not. Yeah, we have this one, and that one is related to 80 and 443 is there, and on 443. Okay, let's see serial number and subject. So we have, okay, so on this one we have only port 80 and port 443. So if we have port 80 and port 443, then we are going to use Nikto here. With the help of Nikto, if any kind of vulnerability is there, then definitely Nikto will just give us the complete information whether any kind of vulnerability is there or not. Okay, so we are going to use Nikto here. Let's ignore this one and try to check out some different informations. Like let's try to check out some random different one like 13, and try to check out whether any kind of RDP or VNC VR is available or not. Let's see. Again, we have port 80 and port 443 only, right? So, and they are using Microsoft Azure account there. So definitely, they is very easy to find out brute force on their RDP. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So with the help of virus total, we can really find out actually the subdomains. Okay. So this one is also passive information gathering because we are not doing the attack directly, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now let's try to check out. You know about Webback Machine. What
WebEx.
is Webback Machine? Yeah, Webback
WebEx.
Machine.
No.
Okay, so let's talk about like, okay, any idea about robots.txt?
Yes.
So let's suppose we are going to find out actually robots.txt. Okay,
Okay.
so let's suppose we are going to find out the robots.txt. So let's suppose we have website sony.com and let's try to find out whether robots.txt is available or not. Let's try to check out all-in-one cyber team first here, and let's try to check out. I want to find out the all-in-one cyber team robots.txt. Okay, so we are not getting any kind of robots.txt there, but we are getting public HTML, so just ignore it. And let's try to check out. We have not robots.txt, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this one is the current information from that website. But if you want to check out the previous information, like if you want to check out the 2 years previous information, if you want to check out 3 years previous information, it means because the webback machine is, it means they are just capturing their cache memories and they are just storing their previous data. Okay, if let's
Okay.
suppose if you are going to try to visit any website and that is currently shut down, so if you want to check out that website, then still we have easily check out that website. So how can we check out? With the help of webback machine we can easily check out. So let's try to check out web.archive.org. Yeah, you can see. So if that this kind of stuff is very useful. Let's suppose if any website is providing some free services and that they are now currently taking some premium things, so definitely we can go back and we can directly easily check out. So let's try to check out all-in-one cyber team first. Yeah, so you can see we have only March 21 here, but we have no data for this one. Let's try to check out sony.com or any other. Yeah, you can see now for sony.com we have data from 1997. Let's try to check out and you can see we can easily enumerate the things from 1996 also. So let's see. Yeah, for October 22 1996 we have some result. So let's try to check out. There's 2 snapshots there. The Sony homepage is in new location and we are getting the correct location for the Sony home. So on that purpose, on exactly that 2020 22 October on 1996 we are getting this type of page. It means that actually that page is available for Sony is this one. Okay, so like this one we can easily find out, go back on past and then easily find out actually what is the actually information is available on that page on that same days. Okay, like if you want to check out for 2004, then definitely we have information for 2004. Let's try to check out one here. And now you can see we have the Sony website and we are getting this result from 2004. Okay,
Okay.
like this one if you want to find out whether that robots.txt is available for this one or not, let's see whether we are getting any robots.txt result. And you can see we are getting Sony robots.txt, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the way. Currently maybe that sony.com is not allowing that one, but we will go on past and then we can easily find out the exactly whether that robots.txt are allowed or not on previously. Then definitely if they are providing robots.txt, then we can easily find out the robots.txt result and then we can easily find out export one by one this directory, whether that one is directories are currently working or not. If they are working, then whether they are containing any juicy informations, then we are going to report it. If they are not containing any juicy informations, then we are going to ignore it. Okay,
Okay.
Now let's try to check out some different informations regarding passive information gathering. So Wayback Machine is there, and who is. So I think definitely you know about who is information gathering, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So with the help of an who is information gathering, which kind of stuff we are going to get?
Domain name, who is, registered person, location, uh, date of create, register. Those are the stuff.
Yeah, definitely with the help of who is information gathering, we are getting lots of things, right? Like with the help of who is information gathering, we are getting the owner name, and then we are getting
Yeah.
the owner address and owner email address, register mobile number, register email address. Then we are getting the exactly the complete address of that complete things. Okay. So which type of things we can perform with the help of that address? Any kind of information, like with the help of that information, which type of action we can perform?
Sorry.
Yeah, with the help of that, let's try to check out first information gathering. Okay, I will just go with
Okay.
who is, and then we are going to try to check out some who is. Okay, so first we are going to check out the whois.net or all-in-one cyber team.com. Let's try to check out one more website here, toolbar note. So that one is very important. Okay, you can use netcraft also here. Yeah, let's see. So we have to provide all-in-one cyber team here. So from here we'll get lots of information from the website. Let's try to check out. So first one we are getting the site title. So we are getting all-in-one cyber team is there, right? Then we are getting date first in. So that one is available from January 2019, right? And then you can see site rank. So that site rank we are not getting here. And netcraft risk rating. So that, just ignore this one. Now let's try to check out network here. So the site is all-in-one-cyber-team.com and the netblock owner. It means from godaddy.com. That domain is registered from godaddy.com. So let's try to check out. We are going to find out the who is from GoDaddy. So let's find out who is GoDaddy here, because from the exactly registration, domain registration, we are getting the complete information. So definitely you have to go on whois.com and GoDaddy. Let's try to check out. Just ignore this GoDaddy. We are getting the information regarding GoDaddy. Let's try to check out this one. Yeah. Yeah, now you can see we have the domain name here, right? And then we have the registered domain ID and other kind of information. So let's try to check out. Now you can see we have the registered name, we have the organization name, then we have the complete informations, and then again we have phone numbers and then email address, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with the help of this informations, which type of actions we can do that will gives us bounties or such type of things. Like if I want to hack the website of all-in-one cyber team, then is this information is sufficient for us?
No, I think so.
Yeah, definitely. If we want to use it, then definitely this one is very sufficient for us, because with the help of this one, we can do lots of things. Why? Because if we know the social engineering attack, then definitely with the help of this one, we can perform the social engineering skills, and with the help of social engineering skills, we can easily hack, because we have the exactly the informations of the owner of that website, and we have the phone number, we have the email address. So with the help of this one, we can find out lots of things. So how can we find out the lots of things? So now let's try to check out. We are going to move out from this different topic. Okay, you know about OSINT?
Yeah, a little bit. Yes.
Yeah, so with the help of this one, first we have to find out actually little bit more information. Okay, let's suppose there is no, this one is not completely regarding bug bounty, but with the help, if you going on red teaming, but for red teaming purpose, definitely if you have this information, so this information is very good. With the help of this information, we can easily hack the target, because we have to get the some social engineering skills. With the help of that skills, we can easily hack the target. So let's try to check out how can we find out the information regarding the this particular specific person, okay, with the specific owner. So let's try to check out. I'll go with, let's see, we are going to use this one, okay, Control Shift N, and let's suppose first we have to create the account here. 10minutemail.net is there, okay. Let's try to check out. First you have to create account here. We can do manually also, but we have some tools, so we are going to use the tools, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, go to Lampere homepage and let's try to check out. We have to wait for a few minutes here, like 1 or few seconds. So we'll get registration activation link here. So let's see. Yeah, now you can see. So we have the get the link here. So just follow this link and let's log in on that account. Yeah, let's try to check out password. And you can see we have only two options here, right? First one is phone number and second one is email address, right? Hello.
Yes. Yes.
So let's try to get informations regarding this person. So I will just copy that email address and let's try to check out whether any information is. So we have to go on email and phone lookup. So if you create account here, then we'll get 100 photons here. So each scan will just get 25 photons. So if you want to use it multiple times, then definitely you have to create fresh account and then you can use it. Okay.
Okay.
So just search it and try to check out. Now let's copy numbers also. So just ignore this one. 2, then again 2, again 2. Okay, let's ignore 0 also. Yeah. 5 and then okay. So just copy number also. Just try to scan it whether we are getting any informations or not. And you can see we have lots of informations like AliExpress account is also available. Then we have the aks.fm, then we have Facebook checker, so Facebook is also available. Then Flickr is also there, Instagram is also there, then again Instagram is there, and some random password is used by Shivam Singh is this one, and again we have this one. So it means this email is leaking some password also, right? So you can see we have lots of information. Let's try to scan the mobile number and let's try to check out. And you can see from this we have, let's try to check out. Okay, Shivam Singh and okay, username. We are getting this password. So this password is look like some random phone number, right? So let's copy. We have one more information here. So just copy it. Okay, and let's try to check out. Scroll down and whether we are getting any good information or not. Okay. Yes. Okay. Shivam 0123. Yeah. Okay. So now you can see we have for this phone number, we have Facebook checker, Instagram checker, Skype possible account. So there is some Skype account, and again we have one more Gmail address, right? So that one is very good information for us. Let's start first scan that phone number, and then we are going to check out some different information. So let's try to check out. Scroll down, and this time we are going to enumerate this one, all-in-one cyberteam@gmail.com. Again, this account have also one Facebook account. So now we have lots of information regarding that owner of that website, and now we can easily find out because we have lots of information. Then definitely we have we can do lots of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it will help you to hack that owner of that website, and if you hack their personal Gmail account, then with the help of that Gmail easily we can take over the website, right? We can take over the domain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically this is the way. With the help of this one we can easily, but that one is not included on bug bounty. But if you are going on red teaming, if you are doing such type of things, if your target is fixed, then definitely for that purpose you can do this type of things. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, let's try to check out some different informations, like we have completed who is and whereback is also there completed. So let's try to check out now. We are going to discuss about in passive information gathering. Let's suppose you want to hack one target, okay, and that target is fixed, but we are not getting any kind of bugs on that target. Then is there any other way to hack that target?
I don't know.
Yeah, definitely there is lots of way. First one we have already discussed about the social engineering. Second one is we have to find out other website hosted on the same server. Okay, other website hosted on the same server.
Okay.
So first we have, I want to hack one website, and let's suppose that website is not vulnerable. Then we are going to check out other website hosted on the same server, and then with the help of that website, we are going to enumerate one by one all these websites. And after finding out that bugs on that website, then we are going to root that server, and with after rooting that server, we are going to attack on that website. So let's try to check out how can we find out actually other website hosted on the same server. So there are lots of website. First one is you get signal. Yeah, so first we have to check out the reverse IP lookup here. So let's see reverse IP domain checkup. So let's suppose I want to find out google.com, whether google.com is located on that server, how many websites are hosted there. And you can see we have 406 domains, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it means if you want to try, but Google have their own services and their own servers. So definitely if you are going to try to check out, we'll get all these Google website there. Let's try to check out some random website site in, and let's suppose I want to check out just one.in. Let's suppose this is our target, or ITC
I, ca-
hotels.
I can give you one.
Yeah, okay, let's try to give me the target here. Okay, copies and onlinebd.com. Let's try to check out this one. Let's check it, and you can see we are getting only 10 domains, and the website IP address of this one is this one, and we are getting edu.bd and bd lots of things, and we are only getting 10 domains. So maybe that one is correct or not, so we are going to confirm it. So how we are going to confirm it? We have one more website. Let's try to check out view DNS. So this one is the second website. With the help of this one, we are going to check out reverse IP lookup. So just enter your domain, and let's try to check out. And this time we have 562 domains available on the same server. Now we have more targets. Okay, so you can choose this one, or whether you can try this one, because that one is very important. And with the help of this one, you will definitely get lots of information. And now you can see we have 562 websites are hosted on this server. So with the help of this server, you can see that 88.198.58 then 29, right? And again we are getting 88.198.58 2.9, right? So let's try to check out. Now let's suppose how can we find out any vulnerable website is available on that server or not. So let's try to check out. We are going to use Bing here. So let's suppose bing.com. Yeah, IP, then just find this one, and PHP question mark ID something. I'm just using Bing doc here, and let's suppose this one is room 1. Okay, and we are only getting this one. Okay, let's ignore it. Let's see, we have only one target here, whether that one is vulnerable or not. Let's try to check out. Yeah, that one is vulnerable, right? Okay. Okay, if you are passing anything, let's try to check out 100. 101. Okay, by 1. Okay, so if you are passing anything, So we are not getting any other things. So directly with the help of Google Doc or Bing Doc, we have not much information here, but with we have 562 domains, so we can easily find out one by one. We can just go with like site, and then we can just use site operator, and with the help of site operator we can try to check out. Otherwise, if, on next phase we are going to discuss about an active information gathering. There we are going to create our own tools, like how can we find out the domains, and how, if we have domains, then how can we use it, how can we try to check out with the automatic scripts. So for that purpose, definitely, if you know about bash scripting, you know about
Mhm.
bash scripting.
Yeah, little bit. Yep.
Okay, so with the help of bash scripting, we are going to create our tools, some scripts. So for that script, we are going to use, and we are going to create some tools with the help of bash scripting that will help us on enumerating. Okay, like for finding out some subdomains, for finding out some websites informations. Okay, so
Okay.
now after that one, we have tried to check out passive informations. Okay, we have check out this one, and then let's try to check out. Okay, the last one is here. We are going to discuss about like some add-ons. So the add-on is Vapalizer. Yeah. So that's, you have two options. First one, you can directly go on this website and you can check out the regarding that website. Look up a website. Let's try to check out. I want to check out about All-in-One Cyber Team. Okay, create account. Let's try to check out Vapalizer add-on. Yeah. Now if you visit any website, then that will, this will give you complete information. Let's try to check out upon All-in-One Cyber Team here. Now we'll get complete information regarding that website. Let's see. And now you can see HTTP version 2, and we are getting Apache here. Let's, we have to wait for a few minutes, then it will just give you complete information. So with the help of this one, we can easily find out. Let's try to check out bugcrowd.com. And this time you can see, so the server is Nginx there, database is MariaDB there, and caching Vanish and Pass is there, Python. So we are programming language is PHP there. So with the help of this one, we can check out the site technology, which type of site technology use, and you can see Cloudflare is also there. So with the help of this add-on, we can get lots of informations regarding the target. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, this is the basic stuff. This is completely passive information gathering. If you have any doubts, then you can ask me. On next day, we are going to start the active information gathering. So before starting active information gathering, we are doing some basic Linux fundamental parts like Nikto and Nmap and other kind of stuff, and Sparta and other kind of stuff. Then we are going to start the creating some tools and script, and then we are going to enumerate the subdomains and other kind of stuff. Okay.